I have 3 levels to my guarding when I'm sparring or when I'm coaching people. And it's all based on the range that people are at.
Fighters, welcome back to another episode of Heat Trick Muay Thai Performance.
I see Muay Thai as having 4 ranges. There's long range where you can just about kick, you can't reach with a hand. There's medium range where you can reach with straight punches, jabs, crosses. And then there's close range where it's hooks, uppercuts, elbows. And then it's clinch range. We've literally got a hand around the neck. And that are kind of ranges we've got. If I'm at long range, the hands can be relaxed down a little bit. And especially if I'm at range where they can't even quite reach me with an outstretched leg. So to come and hit me, they've got to step in or shuffle in a little bit. And as soon as they do, my hands go up a little bit higher. So at that's kind of like green alert stage where I've got loads of time to react, loads of time to see it coming and to get my hands up. I can be a bit more relaxed and I don't need to be hands up, super rigid and looking like I'm panicking about getting hit when I'm miles away. Once I get to medium range, so that's a little bit closer now. Now it's close enough for them to hit me with a punch. My hands definitely need to be up because it's literally, they can extend an arm and they've got me. And that arm coming out is real quick and is more difficult to see in time. So the hands are up now. And it's literally as soon as I see a shoulder twitch or a hip twitch or whatever's coming at me, my hands are coming from further from my head to actually back onto my head. And I'm actually bracing. And when I do that, I actually take my knuckles and I push them into my forehead. So that side of my neck is tense. And whether it's one side or both sides, it's whatever I see coming, I'm at least doing that. And I push my head into my hand. And as a result, my shoulder tenses, my lat muscles under my armpits here, all tense. And all that side of my body goes tight and it's able to take a good impact. And my head doesn't get whipped either because my neck's not all relaxed and floppy. So much more reduced risk of concussion or anything like that now because you're solid. And it comes from you being able to eyeball your opponent all the time. And you're monitoring for, I like to use a bit of a soft gaze. So when I'm looking at an opponent, I don't tend to look up at the eyes. I find, especially being a bit introverted, I find that puts me off. So I actually, at the most, when I'm pretending to look at someone's eyes, I'll kind of look at their nose and I'm using my peripheral vision to see what's going on in their eyes. But when I'm fighting, I don't look in people's eyes because I find because I don't actually want to hurt people as well. I find that gets a bit too personal and I can't do it as well. But when I just gaze at them, my peripheral, it's almost like I'm hitting the pads and I kind of depersonalize it. I can hit them and hurt them and it's up to the referee to stop it if I'm doing too much. But if I'm looking in the eyes, I can tell I'm hurting them and it makes me hold back a little bit. And I found that was a really good little hack for me. But most of the time, I actually look at my opponent's chest and I use my peripheral vision. And then I can see hips, legs, I can see everything coming from there. And looking at the chest means my chin's down a little bit more as well, rather than looking up too high. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm gauging what the distance is between me and my opponent. And I'm kind of making that judgment. Can I reach with the leg or not? Can I reach with a hand or not? And I know that distance for me. But also I'm trying to make a little adjustment in my mind for how tall or long-limbed my opponent is. And it might be I'm out of my kicking range, but they're so long-limbed or taller than me, they could actually kick me from here. So I'm like playing with that a little bit as well. And that affects whether I'm on this green alert, amber alert, where I'm in at mid-range, or red alert, where I've literally got my hands in close. And when I'm in close range, uppercuts, hooks, elbows, all of that stuff can come so quick. You're not going to see it coming. You've literally got to have your hands up there all the time. So that's kind of how I manage the guard. And it also feeds into you being more or less relaxed, which is appropriate for the threat you're under as well. You know, if you're further back, and I use the footwork to move back out the way, and then I can let my hands drop down a little bit. I can relax and move around a little bit. As soon as they step in, whoop, whoop, you know, and it's switched on and it's tighter. So it allows you to kind of pulse all of that. So that's perhaps a little bit of a framework that might be useful.
Thanks for listening. If you found this valuable, please like, subscribe, and share with someone else it could help too. Please give the podcast a review or comment below. We'd love to hear from you. As always, you can visit heatrick.com for more Muay Thai performance podcasts, videos, articles, and guides. Catch you next time.